Hi, today I'm going to talk about Dr. Joe Dispenza. He was injured in an accident in 1986. While in a bike race, he was hit by a truck. Doctors told him he needed back surgery, that he needed Harrington rods, which are really long rods and they go clear up your spine from the bottom to the top, which would take away all flexibility. And he was a really athletic guy, so he really didn't want to do that. So he decided not to listen to the doctors and do the untraditional route of meditation. He had already been practicing meditation and yoga and different practices before he got injured, so he felt like, I really don't want to be on pain pills and disabled the rest of my life, so I'm going to try to heal myself naturally through meditation and deep breathing. And that's what he did. It only took him 10 weeks to get back on his feet, and the doctors were shocked. They wanted to put him in a body cast and do all these surgeries, and he was better in 10 weeks. So Dr. Joe, being amazed that what he did actually worked, he started looking around the world to interview people who had similar situations where doctors either said they had cancer and there was no way to heal from it, or they had some kind of autoimmune disease or something that's been bothering them for years, but yet they were able to overcome it. And that's what he did. He interviewed people all over the world to find the common thread that each of them had in order to heal. And what he found was all of them believed in a creator, in a God that loved them, believed in a personal God that actually lived within them and loved them enough to help them heal. So once Dr. Joe did all these interviews, he kind of compiled the information and he started going around doing seminars to teach people how to meditate, do deep breathing, and heal themselves. For the first few years, it didn't really work really well. A lot of people weren't getting healed. A lot of them felt more peace and more calmness in their life, but they weren't really getting healed from diseases or changing their lives in any drastic way. But in like 2010, I believe, he saw a woman stand up out of a wheelchair. And that was the trigger where he was like, we got to start running tests on these people. We got to start monitoring the changes in their bodies as they go through these seminars. And that's what he started doing. And he has compiled so much information over the years until now. He has a team of scientists, and there have been people healed from blindness, from multiple ones from terminal cancer, multiple ones from autoimmune diseases, just about everything you could think of. People who were crippled who got back out of their wheelchair. And I know it sounds like biblical stuff, and it is in a way, but it is God working through us. And once we tap into his power, it's amazing the healings and the changes in our life. Even people with PTSD and serious traumas have been able to let go of the past and live normal lives free of anxiety and depression. And also people have been able to create abundance in their life. People who had beliefs that they weren't worthy and they couldn't make money, that money was always eluding them. A lot of them have been able to make a nice life for themselves or find a nice job, or even some of them became millionaires. So there's a lot of people who have changed their lives in drastic ways in many different areas of their lives by doing Dr. Joe Dispenza's work. One of Dr. Joe's quotes is, if you're not defined by a vision of the future, you'll be reliving the memories of the past and basically repeating your past over and over again. Your life won't change until you change. Until we change the way we think, the way we act, and the way we feel, we won't change. We're just basically doing a Groundhog Day over and over again. Most of us think that, well, once things change, I'll feel better and things will be better and my life will get better. But when we're thinking like that, we're waiting for something outside of us to change. And the things outside of us don't change until we change on the inside. We can actually make ourselves believe and feel as if we already have all of our desires. And when we do that, when we meditate and visualize and make our bodies feel like we're already living in that present tense place of having all of our dreams and desires, then we actually draw them to us because we're on the same frequency as those desires. And see, that's all quantum physics. That's all the unified field. And that's science. It's not woo-woo. I've had several things happen in my life. I was healed from IBS. It was bothering me off and on for years. I've been free from that now for over a year. I was able to manifest $12,500, and I also was able to find a wonderful place to live here in Thailand. All right, so I escaped the parade of people walking past me there. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know what? I've seen his methods work in my life. I have seen Dr. Joe Dispenza's work in my life. I've had more proof than I need to know for sure that this is not a scam or a lie. And you can go online, watch YouTube for free. There's a bunch of testimonials of people who've been healed, going to his conferences, and we're just doing his work at home. You don't have to go to his conferences. I've never been to his conference, and I've been healed and seen wonderful things happen. So he also has a website that you can join for $9.99 a month, not $9.99 a month. So basically almost free. He has all kinds of information on there. He does have meditations that you can purchase for $20, $25. On YouTube, there are also a lot of interviews of Dr. Joe with different people. Like he goes on different people's shows and does interviews. And, you know, there's some from 7 years ago or 8 years ago, clear up till, you know, a month ago. So there's all kinds of free information. And if you join his website, there's a bunch of free information and there's some things you can purchase. I'm just telling you, man, I wouldn't be out here talking about this if I didn't see major changes for the good in my life. And check them out. Believe. It's all about what we think, man. Our bodies do not know the difference. Our minds do not know the difference between our imagination and what we're visualizing or the 3D reality around us. So we could trick our minds into believing that we have what we have, raise our vibration, and actually get the things that we want. That's amazing. So, all right. Peace and love. Thanks for watching.